Hello and welcome back to NGS Storm Division. I am the Crushinator, and tonight we've got ourselves a nice weekend matchup here. We've got Performance Enhancing Gems taking on Nose Pickers Anonymous in this Week 2 matchup. Draft is starting pretty quick, so let's get over to Map Select. See that Volskaya Foundry, Alterac Pass, Garden of Terror, and Sky Temple are banned away. We're starting on Infernal Shrines. Let's go! It's the fastest intro in Heroes of the Storm history, as we see Hogger and Junkrat have been banned away. The standards, nothing too out of the ordinary banned on the start here. The Garrosh ban coming on out from Performance Enhancing Gems. Garrosh can definitely do some work in a point-controlled style comp here on Shrines. How you doing, Ronan? It's our classic Storm Division intro. Had it since Season 1. I believe it's a Venus product, if I do recall correctly. Lucio going to be banned out here by Nose Pickers Anonymous. And June is going to start us off here with a Blaze. Probably one of the best picks remaining here on the top of the charts. I'm interested to see whether, Brightwing or a Falstad comes on through for Nose Pickers here. An early Leoric for Gojira, and Anduin going to be picked up by Cheekies. Interesting. Anduin has been really creeping up in priority into drafts because of that cleanse potential. And the Light Bomb engage is pretty reliable at this level of skill and communication. We are going to see Diablo Tychus, though, picked up here by PG. This trio, it's been a few patches since this was the trio of Doom, but still pretty strong, still pretty good together. Diablo can find a target, pin him down. Blaze can pin him down further while Tychus just wails away. Going to see that Malfurion ban. Another easy follow-up to the stun train. Banned out here by Nose Pickers Anonymous. Performance Enhancing Gems going to remove the Johanna. Johanna's got that area cleanse if you go for the Falling Sword. Can deny a lot of engage just by popping Iron Skin. Wanting to leave the red side more vulnerable to this Diablo Blaze attack. See what the next two picks are here for Nose Pickers. We do have a Medivh here for Reb. Reb known to play some Medivh from time to time. Lupus is going to show us some Muradin. Felipe on the last spot going to be bringing all the damage. We'll see whether it's going to be something very aggressive to take advantage of that Medivh. Maybe something like a Greymane, maybe something like a Vala. You can just get up there and deal a lot of sustained damage. CPX and Valimar on the last two picks here. Performance Enhancing Gems going to show us some Sylvanas Rhaegar. Crafting just a pretty powerful comp here. They can go in and deal a ton of damage all at once. They can control the map. They can threaten. They can guard. It's a very flexible squad here on the blue side. Getting creative here with this Medivh. I want to see what Felipe picks up on this last spot to try to take advantage of all this protection that's been drafted so far. It's going to be a Cassia. Okay, not the carry that we see a lot, but an auto-attack Cassia, even a scaling Lightning Fury Cassia can do a lot of work if left undealt with. Still a decent amount of damage that can be put out on the side of Cassia, so we got a pretty interesting clash here of styles. I'd say Execution, Performance Enhancing Gems is probably going to have an easier time. Let's do it. Game number 1 on the left in the blue, we have Performance Enhancing Gems. With Brandon on the Tychus, Valimar's playing Rhaegar, Direk on the Diablo, CPX is playing Sylvanas, and June is on the Blaze. On the right in the red, we have Nose Pickers Anonymous with Reb on the Medivh. Felipe is playing Cassia, Lupus on the Muradin, Gojira's playing Leoric, and Cheekies is on the Anduin. Here we go. Game number 1 is underway here in this best of 5 matchup. I still have it set as a best of 3. Good job, Crush. 5. Update. There we go. This is a best of 5 today. Looks like both teams being a little bit cautious in the early going. So the wave clear will commence here. MF CEO Danny himself dropping 5 gifted subs here in the NGS channel. Thank you so much for the support. NGS, an excellent volunteer organization. Definitely loves the support that the community gives. Thank you so much, Danny. So we see a stun coming out here onto Brandon. There's the cleanse from Valimar. Tychus will be purged back to safety. Felipe going for a body block here on D-Rec. The Soul Shield is going to keep Diablo safe. Right now, Sylvanas helping out Blaze on these rotations. Gojira staying off the map for a moment before stepping up here. Gonna need a little bit more help to probably take down a Leoric, but can definitely slow the rotations a little bit. Camps are up and camps are started here from both sides. Camp clear on the side of Nosepickers Anonymous, not quite as strong as on the side of Performance Enhancing Gems here, and we see that with the clear speed on the blue side. Lupus just going to make sure that there's no move across while Felipe and Cheekies finish off that right side camp. We'll see if there's going to be any play onto the bottom side or if there's just going to be a simple clear here in the mid. Felipe gets dove onto there, the Totem of Rhaegar slowing the retreat. D-Rec wants to start this up, has the Hellfire on the camp. Brandon helping to clear it away. It looks like we are going to have a possible engage here. Reb is keeping an eye on things. Lupus discovered. Felipe and Cheekies have to deal with this lane, though. It looks like they don't want any of the smoke. So camp goes over to Performance Enhancing Gems. D-Rec looking for an engage there. Protect Bubble comes out onto Murden as D-Rec is going to be purged back to safety. Reb going in on the far side, trying to get those extra stacks, currently at 13 out of 40 on the baseline quest for Medivh. Stun onto Rhaegar there, Felipe able to throw a couple of autos out. No kills so far, but we might have something here. CPX is pushing into Reb, Lupus coming on down here. Goes for the stun, but does not quite get it. Mortar Punisher is going to be the first one activating in the top lane. We see Shaman camps being started on both sides here. Gojira does have the Neil Peasants, so we'll have a little bit of extra solo camp clear there. See what the lane split is like for this first objective. Right now we've got Medivh and Sylvanas in the deep bottom lane. Only Blaze on the Shrine right now. June going to put a timer on this objective. See if Leora comes on up here to challenge. Looks like Nosepickers Anonymous is coming up here for the rotation. But Diablo's rotating down. They're looking for Reb, but Reb takes to the skies here. June is going to get out to safety after getting 7 of those minions. Level 7s are here for Performance Enhancing Gems, but it looks like they're focusing on the off-lane pressure for this first objective. Medivh trying to defend down here on the bottom side, a little less than half health, as 4 members are going to take down this bottom wall. Only Leoric on the point now. We see Murden, Anduin, and Cassia have broken off to defend this push. CPX on the low side is going to be chased out, but no damage in range. Lupus taking some damage there as Brandon focuses onto Felipe. There's the pull from Cheekies in the bubble as well. Is it going to be enough? Cheekies with the desperate prayer had to self-root for a moment. Anduin will escape here. Leoric is actually going to finish off the objective for Nosepickers Anonymous, and we're going to have the Mortar Punisher push in the top lane. There is the engage there from D-Rec. Valimar going in deep, wants this kill onto Felipe, but now turning it around. Valimar with nowhere to go. Rhaegar will fall his first blood. Early games on a Saturday, I know. It's a cool time for some games. June dealing with the Punisher here in the top lane as Gojira takes down the wall. The rest of the team is coming on up. Make sure this is cleared away and doesn't do too much more damage to the structure. Nosepickers Anonymous trying to get some value here in the bottom lane. Medivh currently 24 out of 40 on those stacks now. No deaths so far. I'm sure performance-enhancing gems will be looking for Reb before that 40 count is reached. Bottom camp is up here. Looks like performance-enhancing gems are interested in grabbing that once again. Reb's over top of it, but nothing that nose pickers can do here. Level 10s are now here for performance-enhancing gems. We'll see if they get the siege going. You see that Odin coming on out from Brandon. We've also got the Apocalypse here from Diablo. Ancestral Healing, Bunker, and Mind Control. So even more single-target blow-up potential now that those ults are online. Bottom fort's going to go down, and we're going to see a camp steal next as Nosepickers Anonymous still waiting on those level 10s before they can take a real fight. But one more solid wave here from Leoric on the top side should be enough. Medivh also working down on the low side, and there are the 10s. We've got Leyline Seal, Light Bomb, Entomb, Avatar, and I believe that's Valkyrie. Yeah, Valkyrie here for Felipe. Trying to pull one of those juicy targets out of the back line to be taken down. Leoric and Blaze continue to be full health, full resources because they're just those kind of heroes. Looking for Leoric, but Gojira got back to safety there. Lupus coming across is going to see June on the rotation. Spooky Walk is activated by Leoric, denying any stuns there from performance-enhancing gems. Root comes out, and Diablo is in tower range right now. We're going to see an Entomb, but now the Bunker is inside the Entomb. See if D-Rec can get away. He's going to get the Ancestral. Is still pretty low on health here, though. Stun comes on out. Diablo will fall. June was trying to peel away with that jet propulsion, but was just a moment too late. And Diablo will head on back down to 25 souls. Lupus with the Avatar. It's going to scout out this rotation. That's jet propulsion interrupted there. June might be caught. A little low on mana as well. Leoric trying to get away there with Lupus. They both will get out safely. Still slightly ahead on experience here as performance-enhancing gems. Reb on 28 stacks on that quest now. Hasn't had the opportunity to really get stacked up in a fight so far. Just trying to catch as much soak as possible. See, Leoric is finally able to head back and get that off lane rolling. Shaman camps are coming up as our shrine is activating in the mid here. Frozen Punisher will be next on the docket. T-Rec touches and starts it up here for performance-enhancing gems. About to be 13s, though. Nosepickers Anonymous, they're going to be down a talent here if they want to engage onto this. See if they're going to try it. Felipe trying to get a couple tags here, but already 20 minions down for performance-enhancing gems. Lupus going to step up here, going to throw a quick stun onto June. Skullcrackers are coming on in. Gojira is going to move on forward with the Leoric Light Bomb combo. Entomb does not trap anybody, though. Leyline Seal is going to get the stop onto June. There's the pull, but Rhaegar gets caught on the objective pillar. Blaze Bunker to help reset the health bars. That is a Frozen Punisher going over to performance-enhancing gems. A lot of ults thrown around, but no kills and no pushing. Peg off that point. Punisher doing a great job of freezing that wall multiple times, and definitely not the structure. The Leoric push in the top lane is being matched by Blaze. Punisher going to be jumped over the wall. D-Rec goes right over the top here, trying to break down the sidewall for a way out. Lupus jumping on back to safety as the wall falls. That'll be about it here for performance-enhancing gems. They're going to look for the top side. Gojira's walking it on back. There's the Unstoppable. D-Rec is waiting for a push here, and that is going to be it for Leoric. A very nice rotation. Not really much Leoric can do there. And now it's going to be possibly top fort here for performance-enhancing gems. Currently still on 6 of their structures. CPX looking for a way out. Is going to ride the Haunting Wave. D-Rec healing Lupus out. June looking for a stun on the other side, but didn't quite get it. Valkyrie lands onto Diablo, but Diablo still high health, is going to start to walk it on back. There's the Apocalypse engage. Can't get Reb on the stun, though. Light Bomb is going to land. Avatar popped by Lupus as well. Reb almost got caught there on 37 out of 40 stacks. That would have been a monumental reset there for performance-enhancing gems, but the Overpower just could not land. Reb's still a little bit light on health, is going to get bumped in the back there, 38, 39 stacks. And that is the objective finish there for Medivh. Gojira going to head on back through the Dark Portal. Performance-enhancing gems, still uneven talents for now, but they're going to be 16s in just a moment. Mind Control lands onto Muradin, but no damage follow-up to be seen just yet. Lupus is starting to get low, already used the ult in the last skirmish, less than 500 health, is going to try to tap and get healthy. And Tomb is going to trap CPX, but not quite in tower range, as Direk is still drawing the aggro. Nice pull there from Cassia, and that is Sylvanas going down. The kill there for Nosepickers Anonymous. Get them a little catch-up experience, but they're still down a full level here. Nice stuns and slows on Diablo. That is going to be another soul reset, setting Diablo back to 25, but is already back on the battlefield here. You see performance-enhancing gems spreading out right now. Blaze pushing up the bottom lane, trying to get some wall damage. Tychus grabbing a camp, Rhaegar grabbing a camp. Top fort will fall here as Direk has to watch out for that portal engage. Lupus wants a stun, nice wiggle there, and Diablo will get away. Thinking about that camp, but they don't think they have time. As Nosepickers Anonymous is coming on down here from the top lane. Leo dealing with the bottom lane pressure still. Top lane is being evened out by performance-enhancing gems. Lupus is keeping an eye on this, but not going to engage just yet. Valimar steps up. Is going to get stunned there. Cheekies follows up with the root, but it's only 3 here. Mind Control lands onto Muradin. Light Bomb stuns in the back as Medivh gets the portal on out. Leyline Seal catches one. No further engage from June. Very risky move there from Nosepickers Anonymous. Nearly punished. They have the cooldowns to escape. Next Shrine is activated. Performance-enhancing gems jumping on that straight away here. As we have a portal into the back, CPX warps on through to safety. Lupus finds the stun there. There is the pull. There is the entomb. CPX staying healthy, though, as the Apocalypse lands onto the front line as well. Felipe trying to walk it on back as June is on the flank. Cassia goes down despite a huge leyline seal from Reb. There's the chase. Medivh gets on through the portal. Performance-enhancing gems getting the better of that exchange, and they're going to grab themselves yet another Punisher here to march down the bottom lane. Blaze just going to go ahead and work on that while the rest of the squad prepares this bottom lane for the objective. The Yorick still defending the top side, that Shaman camp continuing to do some work here. Shaman camp actually left alone here. See how far that goes. We've got an engage here on the bottom side, though. We've got Medivh being taken out. Valimar in trouble, is going to be traded here, 1-for-1 so far. Cheeky steps up, finds the route onto Direk, now pulled back by the Valkyrie. Diablo in tower range, repositions there, because still possibly trying to get away. Diablo going to go down. Sylvanas falls as well. 3-for-1 there. As June waiting for a possible capture, not going to go for it just yet. Lupus over the top may have caught one. There's the bunker going to have to be used as the objective is claimed by performance-enhancing gems, and June will get away. So this Punisher should be dealt with without too much trouble. We've got a camp steal planned here from performance-enhancing gems. Mid has to be cleared away. Gojira is going to tend to that. Cassia not the greatest at taking down these objectives, but can still just put out some consistent damage. Blaze going to push the top lane, get it rolling with this catapult, with this Shaman camp. Reb not level 20 yet. We'll see if it is going to be the instant wave clear talent at 20. Medivh so far has been doing a lot of offlaning, a lot of soak. Not quite as important at level 20, but just getting up there, clearing the wave, and moving back to safety does have some value. See performance-enhancing gems just trying to paint the map blue as much as possible. They're still at 5 structures. Lupus is discovered there on the watchout. 20s have arrived for PEG. Stun on the edge onto Cassia, but the rest of the team not here. See if they can use their 20 advantage to take down this mid keep. They've got a pretty healthy wave. They've got 2 Khazra camps, and they've got an Odin. CPX throws out the Black Arrows, and this will almost certainly be a dead keep. Gojira taking a ton of damage on that front line. Lupus in the back trying to do some work here as we see the Leyline Seal catch onto 2. Bunker used by Blaze as the keep is down. Felipe being driven out there by Brandon. Lupus waiting for a jump engage onto the back side here. Keep is down. Looks like they're not going to pressure further. They're just going to try to get some work done here on the top side and get ready for our next objective, which is indeed in the top lane. Right now, Nose Pickers Anonymous. They're close to their 20s, but they're not there yet. They should have those right now, actually. They will have them in preparation for our next objective, which will be probably one of their last chances to really get into this game. If they lose this next objective, it's going to be a long road for them to get back into this. Lupus and Reb are coming across. June is going to dismount Murden. Leyline is going to stop 2. D-Rec is going to do a Hellgate engage there. Mind Control comes out onto Lupus. There's the Dwarf Toss, but Lupus is going to have to be saved there by Cheekies. Now the Silence Entomb lands onto 2. There's the big heal from Rhaegar. See if it comes out again. It does. We got the big splash heals for performance-enhancing gems. Lupus is going to have an expiring avatar in him here in a moment. Gets the jump over the wall. And unbelievably, this has been a fairly low-kill game. Just so many defensives on both sides. Throwing out every ult they had, and no kills to be found. Mid-catapults are shelling away at the core just a little bit, but won't be enough to break the shield. See performance-enhancing gems. Just going to go ahead and grab camps around the map here and try to find an engage out of the vision that they are creating with this lane pressure. But with Medivh, it's significantly harder to stay hidden. Shrine is activating here on the top lane. Mortar Punisher is next to come. Blaze is on there immediately. June wants to get this rolling. 2 members showing on the bottom wave here for Nose Pickers Anonymous. Murden still off the map. Leo is clearing mid. Performance-enhancing gems. It looks like they might be going for a pick here on the bottom side. Felipe is caught out here. Cheeky's with the save. Now looking for just a big push onto the bottom keep here. It's performance-enhancing gems. Blaze being chased out by 2. Just dancing around with this bunker. Is going to be caught by the Silence Entomb here. Gets back into the bunker. Doesn't have a jet propulsion now. Oh, it actually does. I thought that was a full cooldown interrupt. The core is being pressured here, though. We've got a Mind Control on the bottom lane. Felipe trying to get away. The portal is going to do a little bit of repositioning. The juking and the dodging is not going to be enough. Bottom keep goes down. Cassia goes down. Blaze managing to get away there. Leo and Murden are starting to back. I don't know if this is a core opportunity here for performance-enhancing gems. They do pick up the structure, and we'll see if they can get away here. Mind Control comes out onto Medivh. Huge pick there, if possible, but Reb gets away. D-Rec gonna get healed up by the double Ancestral. Going right back to full health. Gojira, very, very low. Has to watch out for the next engage, but all the while, June got away, and it's now back on the objective, looking to get this next Punisher going. Camps being taken. That's the story of the game, basically, so far. Performance-enhancing gems doing a lot of work on these camps. Currently over 6,000 mercenary experience gained to the 1.2k of Nose Pickers Anonymous. June just continuing to do work here. Those Pickers Anonymous, they're just getting this camp going, setting up for the defense. They know they've got to clear this mid. Reb did not take the wave clear at 20, instead going for the Medivh cheats for that team fight power. This is looking like it could be a death march here for performance-enhancing gems. Past the 20-minute mark, Punisher starting to do some serious work. D-Rec sees the flank coming. Odin going to be popped early here by Tychus. As Lupus jumps away, Reb is just going to stay right on top of things. D-Rec engages there onto Lupus. Diablo is going to avoid the spooky hand. Sylvanas looking for Felipe, doesn't quite get it before getting hit by the Leyline Seal. There's the Valkyrie not connecting here. CPX is able to get out of the Entomb. Gojira low trying to work here on the edge as the keep is being worked down quickly. That's a triple stun from the jump. June is going to connect with a stun as well. And now the push towards core is going. More than half health on this Punisher. It's Gojira being chased away. Can performance-enhancing gems end the game right here? Objective is working into the core as Lupus gets the light bomb stun onto one. D-Rec is going to be healed up with that double ancestral. Leoric is first to go down in this scrap. Core shielding is now gone. CPX looking for some kind of turnaround here. Cheekies and Lupus here on the edge wanting to push away Sylvanas. CPX barely staying alive. Cassia is going to be the first to go down here, but the core is taking undeniable pressure. That is going to be performance-enhancing gems picking up the first game in this series. GG. Very nicely played there. Performance-enhancing gems running the map, getting a ton of extra camps out, and doing the work in the off lanes to prepare for their late game win. Nose Pickers Anonymous, it looked like they were starting to put it together in those fights, but ultimately just didn't quite get decisive enough victories to come out ahead from the map pressure of PEG. Let's go to the post-match. See what the stats can tell us here. We've got Brandon on the Tychus for 76,000 hero damage on 0 deaths. A very nice game played there for PG. Nose Pickers Anonymous, we got Felipe on the Cassia, top hero damage, 54,500. On the not so often seen Cassia, but honestly, didn't look too bad out there. The only thing that was lacking was possibly a little bit of objective clear, but the team fight damage was there. Take a quick look at the talents as we update the scoreboard. Get ourselves ready for a game number 2. Delicious, delicious water. Alrighty, welcome back. The shortest break of all time. We are getting ready for game number 2 of Performance Enhancing Gems versus Nose Pickers Anonymous. PG currently up 1-0 in this series, as these teams want to jump straight into map number 2. Let's go into map select. We are going to be going to Cursed Hollow here for our next match. And before we go to the draft, we've got to go to the promo screen. Don't forget, Heroes International Qualifier number 1 for North America starting next weekend. Head on over to heroesinternational.net to learn more. If you've got a team that wants to sign up, it is open signups. Go ahead and check it out. Be a part of this awesome tournament. Thank you so much for, thank you to Heroes International for including Nexus Gaming Series. Glad to be a part of it. Let's get into the draft. Let's get into the draft. Augur and Rhaegar banned out early here. Just trying to control the hyper macro carries. You got your team fight carries and you got your macro carries, and Augur is both. Viking's a pretty heavy macro carry, going to be banned away here by Nose Pickers Anonymous. Just wanting to take away some of the more niche strats that are a little harder to deal with. See what performance enhancing gems wants to take out here. Going to say no Junkrats allowed. Very reasonable choice there. First pick opportunity. Lucio's up, Blaze is up, Falstad's up, Brightwing's up, the Hawk is available. Many good choices here for the side of Nose Pickers Anonymous. I would tend towards a global just to not give performance enhancing gems 2. We'll see what their thoughts are here. They're going to go for that Dahaka. Gojira locking that up. I imagine we're going to see something like a Falstad or a Brightwing. June going back to the Blaze here, and it is Valimar opting for that Brightwing pick. 1-for-1 on the 1 versus 1 on the globals so far. We'll see if Falstad makes it into the draft or not. Blaze pretty good on the point control here. We'll see if Nosepickers Anonymous are going to pick up anything else to help control those bosses, help win those points. Here in the next 2 picks. Lucio Johanna. All right, you get the bump backs, you get the unstoppables. Johanna can just stand on the point for a year. Solid 2 choices there for Nosepickers Anonymous. Leaves them flexible with their 2 damage on the latter end of that draft. Looking at the mid bands here. There's so many damage options that, like, there are some better ones, but you can't really make a super effective ban. We're going to see the hammer ban here. So banning something, you know, a little more offbeat makes some sense there for performance-enhancing gems. We're going to see that Diablo ban, forcing Direk onto a different pick here. See if the tank is going to come on through here, or if it's going to come out last. I don't mind holding tank for last pick here, because you don't know anything about the damage sources of the opponent. We'll see what their thoughts are. It's definitely, you get more flexibility by holding one of the damage last, and that is what they're going to do. Direk is going to opt for some Tyrael here, and Brandon goes for the Hanzo. Performance-enhancing gems. Tyrael, you know, can do some work on the side lanes, do some work in the waves. They don't have a ton of wave clear right now, outside of the Blaze. Though on Cursed Hollow, like, wave clear is somewhat less of a priority, though you do have to worry about it, or else you'll never be able to group up for a fight. Felipe is going to grab some Greymane here, Reb on the Sylvanas. 2 very siege-focused damage dealers. Can get the camps out, can get the camps taken down, and jump right into those structures. CPX on the last pick. Falstad's still available. Does all the things that I'm hoping that the last pick is going to do. We'll see if that's a CPX hero. You know it's not going to be a Falstad. It's Genji here to round things out for performance-enhancing gems. What am I saying? He's not going to pick up a Falstad. It's all Genji all day, baby. All right, definitely the shiftier comp has changed teams here. I would definitely say performance-enhancing gems going for some high-skill strats, where the map play seems to be on the side of Nosepickers Anonymous here. Let's do it. Game number 2 on the left in the blue, performance-enhancing gems. Valimar's on the Brightwing, CPX on the Genji, Direk on Tyrael, Brandon on the Hanzo, and June back on the Blaze. On the right in the red, Nosepickers Anonymous. Reb is on the Sylvanas. Cheeky's playing Lucio. Gojira on the Dahaka. Lupus on Johanna. And Felipe on the Greymane.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Fight.
It's game number 2. We've got a Scattershot Hanzo build to start things off. We've got that enhanced agility here for Dahaka. Those are our questing talents here at level 1. Hanzo and Tyrael headed on down to the bottom lane here, staying split as performance-enhancing gems, just in case there's some movement from this Sylvanas squad on one of the walls. But no such trickery will happen. Gojira looking for the drag. CPX gets away. Tyrael interrupting the rotation of Reb here, allowing Brandon to step up, get a little bit of extra wave clear. Still looking for some extra stacks. Gotta look for them stacks. Gojira wants a drag, not quite gonna find it. See what the side lanes look like. Looks like Johanna gonna be battling it out versus Blaze, at least here at the start. We're at the 1 minute mark, which means the camps are online. Greymane getting harassed there in the mid. Imagine we'll see Felipe break off to get those camps going. Top lane tribute, so Greymane doubling back to get this bruiser camp up and going. Lupus says hi there, howdy to June. And they're going to slap each other with some wet noodles here in the top lane for a moment. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Is that good commentary? Am I doing it? Reb getting away from a little bit of damage there in the mid. We see Bruiser Camp picked up here by Nose Pickers Anonymous. Actually going for Bruiser Camp first here. Trying to get some parity is performance enhancing gems. See if they can get some extra pressure here. There is some value to grabbing that Bruiser Camp second, so their Bruiser Camp goes in range of your wall, you take it down, now the opponent has less time before the objective to deal with the camp pressure. Bruiser Camp's going to be cleared away here by performance enhancing gems. Blaze coming on down to help out as well. Greymane's going to head on back to that siege camp, get that prepared for our objective. No one's on the back siege camp for performance-enhancing gems just yet. CPX is looking for a possible gank in the mid, but Cheekies and Reb staying safe. Greymane does get that camp rolling. So Blaze will likely be stuck down here for our first objective. Dahaka might dig in for an odd-numbered fight. Was expecting Valimar to actually head on down there and try to get the replacement for Blaze, but now the tribute is already up. See how long this can be delayed out. Felipe putting some damage there onto Brandon, but there's the heal from Valimar to bring Hanzo back to full. Blaze and Dahaka continuing to battle it out on the bottom side here. Genji grabbing some mid-soak for performance-enhancing gems as Nose Pickers Anonymous remaining as 4 here on the top side. Felipe gonna try for a channel. T-Rek has the first interrupt. Hanzo emitting an interrupt as well. T-Rek could be in trouble here. It's gonna get slowed down by Lucio. An onion and overcooked. Gotcha. Sylvanas breaking off here for Nose Pickers Anonymous to try to grab that extra soak that Genji is gathering. June and Gojira continue the eternal battle. Gojira got caught in a little bit of a wave collapse there. As the delay festival continues, CPX thinking about a flank. Sylvanas going to do some work here in the mid. Reb possibly taking down the whole wall. Gojira's coming on up to make this a 4v4. Lupus is low. Gojira's going to find a drag there onto Genji. CPX manages to get away, and Cheekies is going to try for another channel here. Sonic Arrow interrupt. Reb has joined the battle. CPX trying for a swift strike, but Reb going over the wall. Finally, June is here, and then both teams are in full fight or flight mode. Greymane is going to be the first to go down as Gojira trying to trade some damage. CPX is going to move back to safety here. A lot of low health bars here for Nose Pickers Anonymous. Wiggling and waggling, and they will get away. Performance-enhancing gems, finally, going to grab the first curse point of the game. I've got to watch out here. No Diablo on the other side or no Diablo on the other side this game, so Sylvanas can be a little bit more aggressive in those positions. See what the map presence looks like here. Looks like Blaze doing a little bit of double soaking for performance-enhancing gems. Nose Pickers Anonymous have broken off Johanna to do something similar. Brandon leaping to safety there, as Felipe was looking for the jump in. Whoa. Tens are here for performance-enhancing gems. We've got the Blink Heal coming on out here for Brightwing. There's the Dragon Arrow for Hanzo.
The choice is
Rest are still considering, still pondering, still thinking about it. As camps are being timed out with our next objective, which is coming on down here on the left side of the map. Looks like Nosepickers Anonymous not even going to worry about it. They're just going to grab themselves a boss. No biggie, no big deal. Some of those ults still not picked here. Tyrael and Genji holding their ults, possibly to reveal them on the next team fight. Nosepickers Anonymous have selected Blessed Shield, Go for the Throat, High Five, Wailing Arrow, and Isolation. Top boss taken, bottom boss is started here for performance-enhancing gems. CPX looking for a channel, Lupus not going to allow it. Now they're coming on through for the boss. D-Rec is going to try to get a body block, but the boss is not being taken down fast enough. We're going to have ourselves a fight here. Boss is low. D-Rec is trying to get onto the point here, pops the Sanctification, but Johanna has stepped on. There's the drag off the point here. Lupus gets the quick stun, and that is boss going over to Nosepickers Anonymous. Greymane goes down, but trades out for Tyrael. CPX wanting Reb. That is Sylvanas going out. Lupus being chased away. There's very little mana here for Genji, and it looks like Lupus gets hit with the scatter. Brandon is going to get intercepted there. Iron Skin is popped. Lucio trying to pump out those heals. Cheeky's saying, Gojira, just get out of there. Gojira is going to get hit with the Sonic Arrow. That is going to be a kill there for performance-enhancing gems, but these side lanes, the boss takes out the top fort. Bottom boss is wailing on the bottom fort. Took a while to get those picks, and now the lanes are really being pushed in here. Boss will crumble in front of the top keep gate. Dahaka now back on the map here. Performance-enhancing gems with those extra kills have taken a bit of an experience lead. They're going to have 13s in just a moment. As D-Rec finds Reb here on the top side. Lupus comes on through. There's the Blessed Shield. They're looking for Tyrael. D-Rec is going to get caught. Felipe in trouble, but on back. Tyrael down. We're going to see Nosepickers Anonymous look for an extra structure here. Black arrows will ensure this fort's demise. Next tribute is spawning in. Performance-enhancing gems currently up 2-0 on these curse points, so Nosepickers Anonymous can't really ignore this one, but we'll see what their setup is going to be. Reb and Gojira thinking about pushing the mid, but June is going to try to stop that. Looks like performance-enhancing gems not even going to bother stepping up here. CPX is just going to let it happen. Felipe grabs the channel. One curse point goes over to Nosepickers. Looking to finish off this structure if possible. Holy ground used by D-Rec, but it's the only one in the area. Blaze and Hanzo are on the way, but they're going to be too late for the structure. But not too late for an engage. CPX over the wall. June is going to look for a stun, but Iron Skin denies. Sylvanas is first to go down. Cheeky's falls next. Gojira in the back line is going on a merry run here. Only 4 stacks on that agility, trying to dig on out, but that is a triple kill for performance-enhancing gems, and possibly a tribute here, as D-Rec is already in the area. Camp pressure on the bottom lane. Genji looking to get some pressure in the bot lane. It was the top lane that had that camp. Tyrael looking for a channel here. Johanna not going to allow it just yet, but may be caught here. Lupus is going to have to pop the Blessed Shield, is trying to wiggle away, is now going left. Now CPX jumps on up here, and this is Johanna to fall. Staggered death here. Greymane dealing with the top lane here for Nosepickers. Reb gets away from the possible gank there. Genji on down to the bottom side. Did pick up that Shingan, so has some extra siege potential as Genji. Now, performance-enhancing gems. They lost all of their forts early, but they're looking like they might be evening up the map here. Bottom fort goes down. Mid fort being taken here as June just keeping Felipe away from these minions. Top is being dealt with, though, by Dahaka, so only 2 forts to fall. Oh, Lucio to fall here. Nice pick off. by performance-enhancing gems. Very nicely done. Lupus gathering them up here, trying to slow the move in, but there's the arrow from Hanzo, and Johanna goes down. Reb in trouble as the short-range teleport. Sylvanas falls. That is a triple kill. Core still invulnerable. They can't click it just yet, but they've got this curse has got these minion waves very close here. Lucio's 7 seconds. They're going to try to end. This is a map where you can try to end very, very quickly. The core is not that threatening here. Core shielding is gone. Lucio is back, but still 10 seconds on Johanna. Gojira trying to create some extra time, some space here, but we're below 60% on the core. Blaze Bunker comes on out, and they're just going to use the Sanctification. Focusing on Felipe first. Core's at 22%. They're just chasing hero kills, though. CPX is trying to get the end. Tyrael goes down, and that is going to be it. Performance-enhancing gems taking the quick win for a 2-0 lead. GG. The skill comp pays off. Genji and Hanzo doing some good work there, getting a lot of damage out and picking apart the members of Nose Pickers Anonymous, who looked like they had some pretty good siege going. They got the early pressure with all of those forts down, but then those team fights after ults came online really turned things around. Let's go to the post-match. See what the stats can tell us here. Brandon on the Hanzo, 67,000 hero damage on a no-death game on Hanzo. Just absolutely smoking that damage total. Very nicely played. Felipe on the Greymane here for Nose Pickers Anonymous. Top siege, top hero damage. Doing that work out on the map and on the team fights for Nose Pickers Anonymous. Just wasn't quite enough in this effort. Put up the talents, such as they are in such a short game. And we'll get ourselves ready for a game 3. Get ourselves ready for a game number 3. Alrighty, welcome back. We are setting up for game number 3 in this Storm Division matchup. Performance Enhancing Gems currently up 2-0 over Nose Pickers Anonymous. We're going to be getting into our next map shortly here. Let them know that I'm ready to go. While I've got a moment, exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. This is a completely crowd-funded prize pool here for Storm Division Season 5. Want to head on over there and you've got a couple bucks to contribute. We are doing a giveaway at the end of the year for contributors. If you donate a minimum of $5 over the course of the season, you're entered to win an NGS coffee mug. For a $10 donation, you are entered to win an NGS gaming mousepad. And for minimum $15, you're entered to win your choice of NGS t-shirt. So if you want to contribute a couple bucks to Storm Division, then head on over to Matcherino and you can do so. Let's go over to Map Select. See what we are going to. Battlefield of Eternity here for game number 3. As chosen by not pre-workout power. That's what they used to be. Performance Enhancing Gems. Let's get into the draft here. What's this? This is Storm Division as presented by Nexus Gaming Series. For some of the very best and brightest of the North American hot scene. Compete over a regular season and over playoffs for a prize pool. We put on some good games here. Hope you're doing well, Raj. Blaze Band to start things off here for Nose Pickers Anonymous. As Junkrat once again get to be banned away. No Junkrats allowed today. Lucio next to be banned. Nose Pickers Anonymous wanting to make sure that those big picks for Performance Enhancing Gems not available. And a Chen ban targeting Gojira in the top lane for game number 3. Performance Enhancing Gems playing the mind games out here. Nose Pickers thinking about their first pick here. Hogger's available if they want to go ahead and grab that. You also got to think about your race, your burn heroes. Cheekies is going to show us some Brightwing here from the first pick position. The area cleanse, the global pressure, all very effective from your healer position. Performance Enhancing Gems considering their first 2 picks here for Battlefield of Eternity. Brandon going back to the Hanzo after putting on an absolute clinic there in game number 2. And Direk is going to be locking up the Hogger here. Could be a little bit of a role swap. Or possibly just swapping heroes here. Direk's been tanking so far, and June's been in that off lane, but maybe June's not a Hogger player. They've got to make a little switcheroo. Yeah, we've got some CCL folks in here. You'll recognize Brandon, CPX, Valimar, June, Lupus, Reb, all sorts of folks here. Been all up and around the scene. As Gojira is going to lock up that Dahaka, Felipe going for the Li Ming. Double global on Battlefield of Eternity could turn into some good ganks in the offlane here. With honor, redemption indeed. How you doing, Trainwreck? Performance enhancing gems. Going to ban out Sylvanas here. Just taking away a generally good damage dealer. Neither team picked up a tank so far, and no real tanks banned away. See if Nosepickers Anonymous is worried about that Diablo here. I wouldn't mind a Diablo ban. See what their thoughts are. Need a Nubarak ban. Okay. A Nubarak definitely disrupts Li Ming a little bit more. But Li Ming does have the disintegration to counter the cocoon, so it's a little tit for tat in that matchup. Performance enhancing gems, we'll see what they want to do without that Anubarak in their next two picks. See if they go back to that Genji, if they go back to the Diablo here. White Mane going to be the choice here for Valimar, and June is going to show us some Muradin. We don't get to see White Mane an awful lot. White Mane generally good when the enemy team sort of all physically dives into one place. White Mane just damages them all and keeps the target at full health. One of the lesser picked cleanse healers. See what CPX wants on this last pick. But meanwhile, Nosepickers Anonymous, they need a tank, they need a flex to round out this squad. Reb is going to go ahead and snipe that Genji, and Lupus goes for the Diablo here. That's what I thought performance-enhancing gems was going to pick. Flipping the script a little bit here is Nosepickers Anonymous trying to throw their opponents off guard. CPX going for a Karazim last pick, so we've got Karazim can do a little bit of healing. White Mane, the main healer here. Brandon showing that Hanzo is no slouch on the damage. Can definitely be the solo damage dealer. It's kind of like 1.5 damage dealers. Karazim provides probably more damage than healing in the standard build. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's bring it on back to me. Psych, we're not bringing it on back to me. We're bringing it back to the Heroes International promo once again. Don't forget, next weekend, the first North American qualifier starts for the upcoming LAN in Miami. HeroesInternational.net to learn more and to enter your team. You've still got time. Head on over there and get that done. Game's up. Let's jump on in. Did you see what I did there? Did you see how I just snuck in another little promo? God, I'm so good at this. Game number 3 on the left in the blue. We've got performance-enhancing gems. CPX on the Karazim. Valimar is playing White Mane. Brandon on the Hanzo. Direk on Muradin. And we've got June on the Hogger. So they did switch off. June is a Hogger player. Look at that. On the right in the red, Nosepickers Anonymous. Felipe's on the Li Ming. Cheeky's on Brightwing. Lupus on the Diablo. Reb is playing Genji. And we've got Gojira on the Dahaka. Three stacks on one scatter for the first shot from Brandon. That's got to be some kind of a record. It ricocheted off the gate back into Diablo. That's unfair. You couldn't do that again if you wanted to. A good start here. Already at the 5 stack mark is Hanzo. Looking at our other baseline quests, it's going to be agility here for the Dahaka. We do have Iron Fists for Karazim. as is standard. And no other quests to be seen, aside from Murd stacking up those cubes. See what the pressure is like here in the bottom lane if anyone tries for an early camp. Hogger and Dahaka will continue battling in the top lane. Both of them can do some decent enough damage, so there could be a threat of a kill up there at some point. But it looks like Performance Enhancing Gem's going to go for a quick capture here. No advantage to be had. They're just going to try to take it. Feeling confident in their abilities. Reb going to jump over the top here. Take a little bit of extra damage. Gojira's actually going to warp on down. So Hogger going to jump on the top camp. Gojira taking a lot of damage as the camp is still up here. Performance Enhancing Gems say, all right, you want to be as 5? You can take it. Hogger going to go ahead and get this camp going. Gets this cleared away. Murden seeing if there was a solo on that back shaman camp, but no solo hero to be found. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. Team's thinking about clearing the next wave, thinking about getting towards the shaman camp here as Reb gonna jump on up with a little bit of damage into June. As the previously taken camps are mostly cleared on out. Clip Stun comes out onto CPX. Karazim just gonna dash on back to White Mane there. Heal on back up. Genji was thinking about a little bit of an invade there, but no such luck, as the camp is going to be cleared very quickly there by Performance Enhancing Gems, so quickly that they're actually going to have to wait on the capture. Right side camp being worked on here. We'll see who's going to jump on this objective first. Looks like we've got D-Rex setting up for Vision here on the bottom side. Wanting to put through a defense here for Performance Enhancing Gems. Shaman camp going to be pushing the bottom lane. Gojira and Cheeky's trying to get that dealt with. Lupus could be in trouble here. It's going to get a heal from Cheeky's. As a solid defense continues. Hogger just putting some damage on the Immortal on the top side here for Performance Enhancing Gems. Nose Pickers Anonymous. They've got the bottom lane cleared away. Top lane is pushing. The Shaman camp still full health. As halftime is starting to come up here. June's got to break off and deal with that lane pressure. D-Rec engaged onto there by Lupus, but the objective is taken to the halftime. Nice stun from D-Rec to peel Gojira away and stop that speedy dino. Now it's Nose Pickers Anonymous that are setting up a defense here. D-Rec going to be pulled there by Gojira. Nice polymorph to follow it up. June is trying to get the knockback here on the edge, forcing Reb to move away. Now Performance Enhancing Gems getting right onto this objective, doing a ton of early damage. Felipe trying to get some of those shields off on the right, but still over 11,000 health on that shield. The mid-scuffle continues. Lupus being body blocked a little bit there, is stunned. Reb is working on Valimar, but White Mane just steps into the rest of the team. Brandon avoids the salvo from Felipe. Reb jumping on back to safety. D-Rec finds a quick stun on Diablo, but is inside that tower range. Rest of the team not going to bother re-engaging off of that one. Objective still has some shielding, but that's being taken out by the cannon towers. Lupus going for the big engage mid lane. No follow-up there. And Brandon's going to turn it around. Lupus may have gone too far. There's the stun. Barely enough to get on out. Diablo survives. But now this fort is in jeopardy. D-Rec looking for Felipe. Nice dodge, though, by Li Ming. Brandon stepping up there, threatening for those scatter kills. Felipe playing with fire here. Scatter does not connect, but the top fort is going to go down. Objective cleared away as it dealt a little bit of damage to that top keep wall. Now Performance Enhancing Gems going to try to double back at this Campa. Nice drag there. We've got a warp on in. This could be trouble for June. There's the unstoppable. Follow-up, though, from Reb is good, and Hogger will go down. Reb taking a lot of damage from those towers there. Eat 4 shots while stunned by the Stormbolt. Looks like Nose Pickers Anonymous going to use the opportunity to grab bottom camp here. Hogger's still down for a couple seconds. Bottom camp is claimed. Lupus gets the quick flip onto Direct. Felipe taking a ton of damage there on the edge. There's the jump. Can Felipe get away? Yes. Reb stepping up there. Oh, if that Pierce was online, that hits Genji. But Direct does not have the Pierce just yet. Hitting Lupus only instead. The Hawk is still dealing with the top lane pressure that was put on by that extra camp. 10's about to be here for performance-enhancing gems. Slightly behind the pace is Nose Pickers Anonymous, though one extra wave should do it. Was thinking about an engage there, but no one to be found. CPX is going to be discovered there by Felipe, and there's the engage over the wall. Still has the dash to get on out. Reb with the follow, but won't be able to get in range there. 10's have arrived for performance-enhancing gems. We've got the 7-sided strike, Dragon Arrow, Scarlet Reckoning, Haymaker here for Muradin, and Hogger is going to go for the Shockwave. Objective is rolling. We are in aggressive positions, so both teams just going to try to chip away as much as possible. It is Sledgehammer here for Muradin, so throwing those Stormbolts on the objective is effective. See what the setup is going to be. It looks like Nose Pickers Anonymous going to end up being on the defensive here. Direct in some trouble on the low side. Does not have an avatar to pop. There's the Dragon Arrow. There's the Shockwave. Reb chasing out Direct on the low side, but he gets the healing from the white main. Scarlet Aegis is the call, not Divine Reckoning, might be. Hanzo first to go down here as June trying to get some picks on the low side. Hogger goes down. Nose Pickers Anonymous with the double kill. That's going to allow them to clear out this bottom lane. Head on up to the top side. So that's Scarlet Aegis. I thought it was a Reckoning. I was wrong. I was incorrect. Such is the way it is. Actually pretty close on this race here. Even without Hogger, able to step up and deal some extra damage. There's the Haymaker from Direct trying to get away. Ultimately, Nose Pickers Anonymous do get this objective, though with only slightly over 1,000 health on that shield. I think that's a little bit less than they were hoping for. Hogger's got a pretty good pushed-in lane here that Gojira has to deal with. Objective moving on down to the bottom side. Shielding will be taken away nearly immediately. Lupus finds a stun there on the edge. White Mane gets the cleanse quickly. The objective is still just walking on up here. Decent wave with it. Brandon is being pressured here on the edge. Lupus wanting the engage, but didn't quite find it. Fort is going to fall. Immortal will fall here as well as Lupus engages onto Brandon. There's the Scarlet Aegis from Valimar trying to keep everyone healthy. Lightning Breath from Diablo chasing on out. X-Strike is good, and Hanzo gets caught by the Arcane Orb. Nose Pickers Anonymous picking up another kill there. Meanwhile, Karazim is broken off and has actually taken down this whole top wall with Hogger for a knockback, but Gojira ducks it. And now a big rotation from Nose Pickers Anonymous is coming on out. CPX going to be dismounted by Reb. June on the top side, still on the horse here. There's the dash. Karazim trying to get away. Second dash comes on out, but the combo is good. Hogger going to spin back to safety. Karazim not going to be so lucky. But I say safety because I meant... Oh, it's going to be another kill. Big time chase from Nose Pickers Anonymous, but they get the double. They're going to get the control of this top lane as well. Opposing camp captures here. Karazim and Hogger about to come on back, but not back just yet. Lupus looking for an engage here on the edge as Brandon just steps up, throws that Stormbow out. Reb moving on in here. Valimar just puts that heal buff onto Brandon and wails away on the damage. Direk thinking about a flank here over the top of this minion wave. Arrow, oh, barely misses onto Lupus. Direk was trying to get over the wall, but didn't get the stun. Seven-sided is going to hit here. Hogger with a triple stun into the side wall. Lupus trying to move on back here. Cheekies is going to get the phase shift. Unbelievable. June with a great Q. Haymaker, Gojira is going to be pushed to the top side here. Lupus engaging onto Direk. Lightning Breath comes on out, but there's the Aegis to try to counter. Big silence onto Whitemane, though, not able to cast, not able to heal. Valimar trying to ferry the team on back. TPX with the dash there. Reb trying to get the final execution onto June. Hogger spins, but it is too late. Hogger goes down. Ghostpickers Anonymous currently up 7-0 on the kills so far this game. But the map status fairly even. Lupus slowed on the top side. Is going to reposition using the minion wave. Augur still down for 10. Performance enhancing gems just trying to stall out. Wait for June to come on back. Brandon going to go ahead and step up here, try to push Felipe and Reb on back. CPX in the mix is going to have to pop the 7-sided. There is the arrow. Short range stun. Karazim still wailing away here. Augur clear in the bottom lane, thinking about coming up to join the fight, but performance-enhancing Jebs successfully pushed Nosepickers Anonymous off this Immortal. Rep into the back here. Not too much threat. Can just go back there and deal some chip damage. Look at this, just freely moving onto the objective. This is going to be performance-enhancing gems, bringing it to half. Everyone was low on resources over on the side of Nosepickers Anonymous. They had to head on back and replenish. We are in defensive positions for this Immortal. See who's able to forge across the map here. D-Rec gonna jump over the top, finds the stun, looking for a Haymaker, but oh, what happened there? There was a knockback from Hogger, and that caused the Haymaker to go in the other direction. Unfortunate there for performance-enhancing gems. A little bit of a graphical glitch to boot. Stun there on the edge. Oh, and caught. Genji is going to go down. I thought that was Li Ming. No. Reb was looking to poke it on the edge, but got stunned under the Immortal stun. Now performance-enhancing gems, despite being down 16s, are going to try to step up and finish this objective. Gojira going to get a quick drag there. Lupus to follow up. Polymorph is good as well. June still decent enough on health, but is being targeted. Scarlet Aegis comes on out as Gojira is forced to move away. Wants a quick drag, but won't get it. Genji down. This is looking like performance-enhancing gems are able to step up and get this Immortal going in their direction. Gojira looking for Brandon there. Haymaker going to reposition. A little bit of shielding on this Immortal as it heads on down to the bottom lane. Goodness gracious me. My sleep is all messed up today, chat. I didn't get enough sleep. I woke up early this morning, and then I went to bed from like 11 to 2. I'm a total mess right now. I keep yawning. It's like 8 p.m. at night, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh. CPX with that level 16, looking for an engage there. 7-sided strike, but the big heals from the Brightwing are coming on in. CPX dashes on back, is going to get out of range of that Lightning Breath. Diminished by Whitemane as well as Hogger spins into the mix here, looking for Felipe. Gojira protecting Reb on the side. Lupus finds a quick stun onto June. Shockwave to try to peel on backwards. Lupus is going to move away, get quickly caught there. That is a soul reset. Performance-enhancing gems striking back here. Reb steps up here, wants the kill onto Brandon, but is just going to have to swift strike back on back out of here. Haka thinking about a big flank. Reb trying to prevent mounts as performance-enhancing gems doubles on back. Reb jumping forward, taking a lot of damage. Has the Protects bubble, though, and Cheeky's has the heal. Now Polymorph onto CPX, but Karazim is able to back away. D-Rec jumping right over the top with that long dwarf toss is finally enough to push Nosepickers Anonymous back to their gate. Sleep deprivation caster. That's me. I was up way late last night casting the Western Division. I was like, I can do late on a Friday, and my body was like, no, what are you doing? Go to bed. I'm like, I haven't even started casting yet. He's like, oh no. Come on, I'm 32 years old out here. Goodness gracious. Next Immortals are spawning on through. We see Nosepickers Anonymous with a double camp pressure here in the top lane. That will definitely require a response here from performance-enhancing gems. They're going to grab their Shaman camp in the meantime to get some double camp pressure of their own. June in trouble here is going to get roasted. The heals are not enough. Hogger goes down. Performance-enhancing gems trying to turn it around for at least a trade. But not looking hopeful here as D-Rec is low, able to jump on back. Brandon wants the scatter, but Gojira decks underground here. Lupus goes for the big engage. Felipe with the follow-up, and Hanzo goes down. Nosepickers Anonymous with a double kill on top of this objective phase. All the while, though, Gojira's got to come on back and deal with this pressure, because this keep is taking a lot of damage. Lupus looking for one here, gets the flip onto D-Rec, but there, over the wall, is the dwarf toss. Felipe taking a little bit of a hit there. Karazim, dangerous in those short engages. Top lane being pressured here by this camp. Nosepickers Anonymous going to get a much more hefty shield on this next objective compared to the last one. Nearly 30,000 health on this shield. Top lane is going to be pressured here. Nosepickers Anonymous right on the edge of level 20. They will go ahead and pick that up. Performance-enhancing gems, they've definitely still got a solid chance here. They've got the bottom keep halfway down. They're about to get 20s themselves, so they can absolutely get a good turnaround fight. Gojira's looking for something here on the bottom side as we have the Haymaker, but Lupus going right back to full health. Gojira wants a drag, but not going to get it. Seven-sided comes on out here. Gojira, with the stealth talent there, is actually able to avoid the seven-sided strike. He's not quite here yet for performance-enhancing gems. They used a lot of ults there to try to find that pick on the edge. Could be an opportunity for Nosepickers Anonymous to get this keep and more. Objective is unwinged, taken down to the ground. This fort, this keep, is still to fall. Hellgate Engage comes out onto D-Rec. They find the extra stun on the edge. There's the cleanse, though. June comes on in. He's going to Shockwave and try to walk it on back. There is the Lightning Breath. June is low. June is very low, but gets a huge heal, and Dahaka is going to be the one taken down. Now D-Rec wants that hit onto Reb. He's going to try to jump forward and prevent these backs. Augur stepping up there. There's the no control. June is all over the backline as Lupus tries to disengage there. June going to get healed up there by Valimar. Lupus on the top side will be caught and will be taken down. That's a soul reset for Diablo and a full death onto Dahaka. Not going to be a way to go across the map and win here for performance-enhancing gems, but they will certainly be able to clear up this catapult and possibly move on to this camp. See Nosepickers getting the counter pressure here on the top side. This could be just the keep going down here. Performance-enhancing gems, they've got the lane pressure. Got a camp behind it. Nosepickers Anonymous just showed on the top side. CPX going to step up, get these hits. Felipe looking for a salvo. This is bottom keep down. Nice move in there, but we'll see if there's going to be a fight over this. Lupus tries to find June. Nice stun by D-Rec. There's the extra stun. Reb in trouble. Gets healed up by Cheekies at the last moment. Performance enhancing gems looking to back off here. D-Rec stays mounted, stays on the move. 2 catapults and a Khazra camp in the top lane is going to have to be dealt with at some point. D-Rec is going to see the shadows coming across the map here. Lupus thinking about an engage. The element of surprise is taken away. D-Rec jumps right in there, tries to find the stun onto Reb, but did not get it. Hugger has to double back and deal with these catapults, as 3 catapults is definitely trouble on the core here. D-Rec and CPX trying to put up a nominal defense. Reb is being diminished. Top lane is mostly dealt with. June is on the way back here. The Haka wants an engage there as June goes way into the back. Going to be targeted here by Felipe. D-Rex steps in, is going to reposition Lupus. There's a 7-sided Hellgate. Is going to be used to get away from the percent damage. Another Haymaker onto Gojira. So there is a big arrow onto the backline as well. So back and forth in this fight. Gojira and Felipe close and low. Gojira's going to heal on up with that essence. Lupus in trouble. No control from June. Is trying to chase down the members of Nosepickers Anonymous. That is Brightwing to fall. Reb is low. Lupus is low. Performance enhancing gems. They find the kill. They're going to see if they want core. No, they're going to double back for this objective. Got catapults on the core, though. We'll see if anyone goes back here. Looks like June is backing off to deal with that top lane. D-Rec was thinking about a Shaman Camp steal, but jumps on out of there and joins the team. Down to the halftime show. June just trying to get those catapults down. Looks like we got an engage here on the right. Gojira waiting to use that Dino Speed, stepping on up there. Oh, excuse me. June Shockwave into the back here. Lupus is low, but has that shielding. There's the arrow. Not going to land onto Gojira. 7-sided strike comes on out. Felipe is low. Diablo is going to go straight into the lightning breath. Is going to be diminished. Diablo goes down. Gojira is going to be punched and removed. Reb is going to be knocked into the back. X-Strike will not be enough. Genji will not survive. That is a triple kill for performance-enhancing gems. They're going to get an objective here, push on the top lane, and we'll see if they want to just go bot and win. Looks like they're going to grab these orbs. They've still got 40 seconds, so they still got plenty of time to do this, though they could have done it quite a bit faster. D-Rex steps on up there. It's just Li Ming and Brightwing. The CPX is going to try to chase down Felipe. There's the kill onto Li Ming. Last major defense here for Nosepickers Anonymous is going to be taken away. This looks like it's going to be performance-enhancing gems coming on through with the 3-0 in this series. D-Rec wants this hit onto Brightwing, but not going to get it. GGs are being called. Core is being taken down. And that is going to be all she wrote for today's series. 3-0 to performance-enhancing gems. GG. There it is. Very solid series there from Performance Enhancing Gems, but Nosepickers Anonymous, they didn't look lost out there. They had their chances in all these games. They had played a great match, and I'm looking forward to how they do if they meet up in the playoffs, because these two teams, I feel like they're a little bit closer than this 3-0 says. But with that being said, let's take a look at the post-match. See what the stats can tell us here. Brandon on the Hanzo, once again bringing the noise on that damage. 116,000 damage on the Hanzo. But look over at the other side here. Felipe on the Li Ming right behind at 112. Story of the high-octane damage dealers here on this Battlefield of Eternity. Very nicely done. Take a quick look at the talents here. Update the scoreboard. And we'll close out our series. It looks like we might get ourselves an interview. Hello, hello, CPX. Congratulations on the 3-0 today.
Hey, Crush. Thank you very much.
Very, very well played. It was definitely some back and forth drafts there. The game's fairly close, but coming out with all 3 victories there. Did you feel like you had a decent amount of control in that series, or was there moments of doubt in those games?
Yeah. So in general, I felt like we had control, but I think games 2 and 3, like we were definitely like very very losing at certain points in the game. Like on Curse when we did our boss late and they came and took our boss, like that looked so doomed. Like they had literally like they were taking all of our forts with minions,
Yeah.
like that, and then after we died like level 19 or something like that, and like 2 people died on the BOE looked at certain points. So yeah, so it's nice that we were able to make the place to pull it out. But yeah, games 2 and 3 at certain points like looked pretty doomed. But I think we've all been there before, so it was not a big deal for us. We just got to make the place to get back.
Well, speaking of those games 2 and 3, the drafts you ended up going with seemed like they were drafts that could turn it around with those late game fights. We had the Hanzo Genji, and we had the Hanzo Karazim coming on out. With those kind of comps that like they don't really have the wave clear or the camp clear backup that a different type of comp can have. Is it what am I trying to say? Is it a little bit more clear in how you end up winning in the late game, or is it just sort of stressful trying to get to that point?
Uh, well, it can be both. Obviously, like if you have a full team fight comp and they team fight you, it's great. But when you know that you have to fight or you're gonna lose and they won't give you a fight, it's very, very frustrating. Um, yeah. So I think on Cursed, it felt like we just ratted them on Shrine, so then they were gonna try and rat us on Cursed. And then BOE, you can't really rat on BOE. Like you kind of just team fight. And Kerosene was more of just like a fun pick. It was a good pick, but we were actually all fighting over who had to play the Kerosene. I've been dying to play it, so yeah, it was fun. But yeah, it's definitely when your team has no macro and the other team has very strong macro, it can be very stressful actually for sure. But fortunately they fought us. But yeah, when you get in that position where the enemy team just needs to run away from you at all costs and they free win the game, and all you need to do is run at them, it can be, it's tough.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So speaking of that last draft there, we got the Karazim coming on out for you. We got White Mane there from Valimar, not one that we see an awful lot. Was that something, a tip off in the draft, or was that just Valimar saying, I want to play some White Mane?
Yeah, so Val just said I want to play White Mane. And then I said okay. Like, there was a why, and I don't want to say, what it was, but
Sure, sure.
yeah, Val basically I told Val what hero to pick, and then he basically said, you know, paraphrasing, "Can I play White Mane?" And I said, "Okay, sure." And then yeah, that's pretty much how it went down.
Okay.
And then I just threw on the Karazim, kind of for fun, but like also because like they picked Diablo, so like it would give us sevens into him.
Right, right. Okay. Yeah. One interesting interaction I definitely saw there with the White Mane. I think it's the 13 subjugation. Just throwing out that damage reduction onto the lightning breath seemed to be a pretty nice little interaction there in those team fights. Are there any other aspects to playing with a White Mane where it's like, there's things to look out for as a team? There's certain situations where you can and can't fight. We just don't get to see this hero a lot.
White Mane needs mana. Um, White Mane, like if your White Mane's out of mana, like White Mane kind of like can free heal your entire team until she has no mana. Like but yeah, so that's like the primary thing is like if your White Mane's full mana and you die, it's the White Mane's fault. But if White Mane has no mana, like it's pretty much on you. And then I don't know that much about White Mane either. um, you know, I know that she can be very annoying to play against sometimes. When she AoE strengths you. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure the nuances of.
Well, maybe we'll see it again later in the season and we'll get a greater picture of what the White Mane can do. But effective today, capping out the 3-0 over Nose Pickers here. Looking forward in the season, are there any other, big matchups remaining in the regular season that you're hoping that you're looking forward to, or matchups that you're dreading, maybe?
Yeah, ACA will be fun. 30K will be miserable. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'll be looking forward to those for sure. Um, Great job today. 304 performance enhancing gems. Why don't you tell the folks where they can find you when you're not around here?
Word, yeah. Shout out to twitch.tv/June Hots underscore and twitch.tv/CPOGX1. Uh, yeah, that's about it. Thank you very
Fantastic.
much.
All right. Thanks for coming on by, and we'll see you again in the future.
Cool. Bye.
See ya.